Time to play with some clay. I received yesterday from UPS my putty that I ordered, and it's the putty that my friend who made the tools that I sometimes use that she no longer makes finally came through to me, and so I thought I'd show you it. And I'm just clearing off my sculpting stand a bit so I can do that. Man, it's amazing how much crap I collect. Anyway, I'll put down this board. All right, here's what I've received. It's called EASYMOLD Silly Putty, silicone putty, not silly. Anyway, let me go ahead and open up the package. I'm not one who does a lot of package openings, but I'll do this one. It comes in two parts, and you can see that one's purple and one's white. I couldn't resist making a tool last night, and what I did was I just made a big blob of this stuff, and this stuff gets a lot harder than the other stuff I had. But I pressed one end of it through on a comb, the wide teeth of the comb, to make me, I thought, why not make a texture tool? Something that I can rub on the clay and make textures. Sort of like a serrated edged wire tool. And so I take the comb impression and put it against the clay. And as you can see, I can get some really nice textures. And the nice thing about it is, unlike the serrated edged wire tool, the clay does not get stuck inside the grooves. So it's always nice and clean. And boy, it makes a nice texture. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make one. I'm going to do a little experiment. I bought, oh gosh, it's got to be 10 years ago, when we had a hobby store in Bozeman. We don't have one like this one anymore, where you can go and get brass tubing and stuff like that. I'm sure I can get it online, but I'm going to try to make a tool out of this. And I had a gentleman suggest I do this because I was using a set of tools that were basically made the same way, and he said, why don't you just do your own? And I can't disagree with him. So I'm gonna have to use a pair of pliers to do this, because I don't have the grip to there we go. What I'm using is a pipe cutting tool to cut this. You can get a pipe cutting tool in any hardware store. There we go. Makes a perfect cut. Set that aside. That's a good size tool. It's a good handle size. And I'm going to take there we go. I'm going to take some bonsai tree wire. You can get this on Amazon under the name bonsai wire. It's just aluminum wire. It's cheaper than let's see if I can find my pliers. Oh, there they are. It's cheaper than a lot of aluminum wire. You get it in bundles. So I'll just shape the wire a little bit. All right, I got the wire inside there, and I even put some super glue on the wire to hopefully keep it in there. Well, it's in there pretty good. All right, I'm going to let that... I put some super glue on the wire itself so that it would glue itself to the metal sleeve. And I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes, and I'll come back and continue. All right, I got all my stuff together. I've only got 5 minutes, I think, from the time I mix the clay together, or not the clay, but the putty together, and before it starts hardening. And so I've got my A and B, I guess they call it. I'm not sure. Let's see, what is this? Compound A, compound B, purple. Now I'm going to dig out a lump, and I'm using another tool I've got. But I'm going to dig out a lump of this putty. I want it to be substantial because it's going to be a big head. Anyway. Yeah, it's you try to make it this equal portions, and I think that looks pretty equal. And you take them and just mix them together. This comb that I'm going to use, I've had for at least 40 years. I got it with a hair dryer I got back years ago when I lived in Lake Tahoe, back in the 80s. Okay, I'd say that's pretty well mixed together. I should have got some water, because you should use water to smooth it out. I'm going to roll it on this and then just put it over the wire. And press. Oh, that's good. That's good. You can't press it twice. You have to do it the first time, or else second time will disrupt the grooves. So let me show you. There we go. Anyway, I'll come back when this hardens up to where I can use it. Well, this one worked out fine. I trimmed off the sides a little, but I got a little too close to the armature, and I also see a little bit of the armature poking through at the top down here. So I'm going to have to do this again, but this gives you an idea of what you can do. I'm going to have to do a few of them before I feel like I know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, I made another tool using a wooden tool that had a tiny little wire on the end of it that I was never going to use. And what you need to do, and what I found that you have to do, is to give yourself enough room around the wire that it doesn't get close to the working edge. And this is already hardening. I just barely made it, and you can see it's the same color as the wonderful silicone that's on this tool. And so we'll see if this works out. I've got I redid the texture tool, and this time I put probably about 1/4 of an inch of this material above the wire so that it won't be popping through. And then while it was still soft and pliable, I took down the sides so that all I got is the texturing tool. Alright, that's going to be it for today. I wasn't intending to be here today. I got this putty last night and I just had to try it out. I really like that. And what I did was I wanted this to be a texture tool that could be at any angle, and so I started it like that and rolled it over, and it makes a nice little fist form or shape, which really works out nice. I want to let this sit till next week, and because I don't want to take a chance of screwing up that beautiful texturing part of the tool. And this tool, I'm happy with this one as well. Alright, everybody, have a safe and happy 4th of July. Remember what it's for. It's not for just barbecuing and going to the beach or going for a hike or camping out. It's to remember that we in this country won our freedom from a tyrant king in 1776 by declaring our independence on July 4th. I've seen videos on YouTube of people being interviewed, asked what the 4th of July celebrates, and I'm appalled by how many people didn't know. And I hope you, my audience, well, I hope you know what it's for. All right. Happy 4th of July. Good night. Give me a like and a subscribe and ring the little bell. Also, don't forget I have instructional videos available now online. The link below this video shows you a link to a review of all 9 videos. Later, everybody. Good night.